Action. Fuck you, asshole. Huh? Fuck you, asshole. Guess the film. I know it's not Star Wars. Somebody's complained. I've done too many Star Wars films. I've done 2, so sit back down. Anyway, thanks for joining me. We are going to look at a quick update on what I've been playing, what I've been watching, and what I've been reading. If you didn't know, I'm on a week off this week, so I'm bored. Normally when I got a week off, I go somewhere. You know, I got something booked with the family, but no, I'm just looking after my mother's dog because she's gone on holiday to Lanzarote for the week. So I'm dog sitting, which I don't mind because he's a lovely dog. Sorry, these don't feel that comfy today. There, that's better. So I've been trying to catch up on some of my gaming, my watching, and my reading, etc., etc. So I'll just get into it then. I've been quite a busy bee on the playing. I've played Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition. Yeah. I'm not far from finishing it. I played a ton of it Sunday night, quite a bit of it yesterday night, and for some reason my internet went down. And this wouldn't load. My internet went down for about an hour, so I played another game, which did load without the internet. But I didn't know you needed to be connected online. Maybe, I don't know, it wasn't loading yesterday, you know. But then when my internet came back up, I put it back in, and it worked perfectly fine. Yeah, I'm at the bit now. Is it Serrano, the evil general or whatever? I can see the building I've got to get to. If you've played it before, you know the bit. So it's not much more to go, hour or so, 2 hours maybe, and it's done from what I can remember. I've also been playing Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga, or Lego Star Wars rather, the Skywalker Saga. Yeah, really enjoying it. But what I've noticed of this, if you haven't played it, you've got the option, like, where you start, which trilogy. You can't go any movie, but you can go, like, episode 1, episode 4, and episode 7. And then to unlock the other movies, you've got to complete the first movie per trilogy, if that makes any sense. And it's quite interesting, I thought. The order I've done it, the first one was episode 4. Then I think I went straight... No, I did episode 4, episode 5. So Empire Strikes Back. Instead of going straight into Return of the Jedi, I went to episode 1. Maybe this, I'm thinking, is the order of my favourite films in the series, maybe. It's quite interesting. So I've done the original trilogy. I've done episode 1, episode 2. So I've just got Revenge of the Sith to go. I'm currently playing through... episode 8. Yeah, so I got my least favourite movies. It's a little bit of a chore, if I'm honest. It's nice to explore. My favourite thing about this game is the exploring aspect to it. But, you know, the missions aren't... the locations aren't as iconic as... you know, like episode 1, I think all those locations and that one are iconic. Naboo and stuff like that. And, yeah, so I'm enjoying it. I don't know if I thought I'll finish this week. Maybe. I don't know if I will, but I'm not going to force myself to play anything I don't want to, you know. I've also played... God, I have been busy when you think about it. So, for my series Around the World with 80 brackets, fighting closed brackets games, baby, I played Psychic Force. So, I'm catching up now. I'm actually filmed up to episode 52. Okay, so these are spoilers of what's coming. So yeah, I played that. This is a birthday gift off my good friend Chris, and this is the game that inspired me to do the series, you know. So I enjoyed that, I gotta be honest, for a PS1 game. And when I played it, I didn't know if it was based on an anime or a movie. It turns out it is. I've never heard of it, but yeah, I do recommend picking that up, you know, if you see it. Another game I played, first time I've ever played this as well, was a Justice. The first one, Gods Among Us. Awesome. I played a Scorpion. I'm amazed Scorpion's not on the cover. But yeah, he's really good fun. There is a kind of arcade mode. I think it's called Stories, or I can't remember what it's called. You don't have to do story mode. It's not called Story. It's called something else. But when I first booted it up, I didn't think. I think it's on the video. I played. Like I could, like a one-off match, so you can choose your opponent. But yeah, like if you see there, can you see that there? Like if you notice, they're all like standing. There's a guy at the front, and they're all like in a line, getting further and further away. It really did impress me. The presentation of the game was really, really good. I do enjoy that. I knew I had feeling I was going to enjoy it rather, because I loved Injustice 2 so much. But yeah, it's a good game. It's not as good as the second one. I was got the Ninja Turtles in the second one, but it's a very good game. I'm definitely going to be getting back into that once I finished my series. Once I've done the 80 games around the world, 80 games. Another good game. Talked about this last night on digital. See, I went all out. I've got the steelbook. It's a nice steelbook. I don't know. Maybe they could have had some characters on there. It's impressive, but it's not. It's only got Kayuk Sangi on the cover, So it's nice. I love my King of Fighters games. They're up there with my favourite games of all time. Probably one of them is my second favourite game of all time. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I enjoyed that. I did quite well on that as well. For an SNK game, the bosses are known to be cheap, but yeah, I did pretty well. A game I didn't do so well on. Played this a ton of times. NeoGeo Battle Colosseum. This game is brilliant. I was very late to the party. A friend recommended this. He goes, have you heard of NeoGeo Battle Colosseum? I was like, no. It's a good couple of years ago now, mind. But yeah, check this game out before it goes silly money. It is going up in price. So if you see it in the wild, grab it, or maybe check out. I had no idea how much it's selling for now, I paid, I want to say 10 to 15 quid, something like that, a couple of years ago. So I don't know how much it's going for now. It's definitely worth that. I'd say 30 quid to take my money because it's that good. Very good looking game. It's basically a lot of the classic Neo Geo characters from various fighting game franchises. Like you've got my main in it is Nakaruru from Samurai Showdown. You've got Terry Bogard. It's the Mark of the Bulls version with that brown jacket he's got. Rock Howard's in there. Yeah, some really good characters in there. Definitely check that game out. I enjoyed. And check out my episode of that. I think that was episode 50. Remember, I thought I wanted to play a good game for that. So that's what I've been playing. Oh yeah, then last night I finished watching Mortal Kombat Legends Battle of the Realms. Really good. It starts off amazing. Dips a little bit. And then it goes back on track then. It's actually a tournament in it. It's nice to see a Mortal Kombat movie that's actually got a set tournament. Really good. Couple of the scenes a little bit rushed. But my fault as well. The first time I watched it, I was watching on my PS5. And I put my PlayStation 5 controller on the shelf while it was plugged in charging. And I must have tapped one of the triggers as I put it down very gently. It was in like 1.5 speed it was playing. So I was like, fucking hell, if talking fast. It took me about 3 or 4 minutes to realise. I couldn't understand. I was like, at one point I thought, is it in the wrong language or something? But yeah, when I picked the controller up, I realised what I'd done then. So I went back to the start and watched it again. Johnny Cage, brilliant. But do you know what though? I think I've got Mortal Kombat 11 here as well, right? Last night I came to the realisation, right, that not like Street Fighter. I love Street Fighter. You can tell by my YouTube channel's name, I've always been a big Street Fighter fan. Same with King of Fighters, okay? The more I can learn about it, it's not just the games, it's the whole universe. But I realised last night, with Mortal Kombat, right, I much prefer... I am a Mortal Kombat fan, but I'm not I am a fan. I much prefer... I'd say I love the lore, the characters, the story of Mortal Kombat, but the actual gameplay, I am a fan, but it's like, I'd say the story of the lore is a 10, the actual gameplay, something like a 6. Might be in a really unpopular opinion, but last night I was like, what is it with Mortal Kombat? Because I went years without playing Mortal Kombat. I'd never gone years without playing Street Fighter, you know. I've always got one of them on the go, similar with Tekken recently. But yeah, it's hard to explain. Yeah, so like for example then, I'll put this one down. With Mortal Kombat 11, this wowed me, right? This is the game that got me back into the franchise, and I went back and started to collect all the games in the franchise, you know. But this is the story, the standout thing. The gameplay isn't actually as good as it is in Mortal Kombat XL. A lot of people agree with that as well. But the story in this is a 10 out of 10. I was hooked on it, you know what I mean? And I almost remember like having, I got to fight another round. I just wanted to get these little rounds out of the way and then go back to the story and put my controller down and enjoy the movie, you know? Yeah, so it was funny, yeah, maybe an unpopular opinion. What's your thoughts on Mortal Kombat, you know? Tell me a new one in the comments, you know? Yeah, so, yeah, that was my realisation while I was watching the movie last night, you know? Okay, so that's what I've been watching and playing. I haven't read that much, so I just started this at night on Sunday, and I finished it last night. It's very good. The way they hold it upside down. It's very good. The way they introduce, there's a lot of characters. They're not like shoehorning them in. They are this like the plot. Right, they've got Birdie. Right, okay, his part's over. Then it's on to the next. Chun-Li's in it, and she's in it for the long haul. Then you got Nash is in it, and Sagat has a bit. It's like flashbacks and stuff like that. But it ends on a cliffhanger. And I paid, if you didn't know, I think it was $9.99 for that on Amazon, Volume 1. And for Volume 2, I have seen it a little bit cheaper. For Volume 2, it's over 50 quid. I'm not paying 50 quid. It's good, but it's not that good. I think the cheapest I've seen it on eBay is about 30 quid. God damn you. But yeah, that's how much it is. So I'm probably never going to get Volume 2 unless I see it at... I paid 20 quid for it, you know what I mean? Just to finish the story. Really good. Dan Abicki's in it as well, one of my favourites. It's not my favourite to play, but he's my favourite, one of my favourites, story and character. Yeah, so I really enjoyed that. If it's still a tenner on Amazon, 100% recommend picking it up. But just be warned, Volume 2 is insane money. It's quite clever, actually, isn't it? So they get you hooked. It's like they're pushing you on drugs, isn't it? Yeah, here's some free drugs or cheap drugs. And when you're hooked, boom, they'll charge you fucking the going rate. Like, but not that I've ever done drugs. This isn't a drug channel. Don't do drugs, kids. It's bad for you. You'll end up like me. No, you won't. Yeah, so I do recommend it, but just be warned. And I got this in here as a marker. This is the only comic I've read. Taking my time with it. Really good. Excellent visuals in it, okay? But you know, if you look at the back, right? Really cool piece, right? I'll just take that out for a sec. Gutted about this. I didn't know, right? If you see there, yeah, each, that back there, right? It basically, there's 12 volumes in this series, right? And the back, if you can see, you stand them next to each other and it makes a massive poster kind of thing. I thought, how cool was that? I don't know if I'd be able to find a frame big enough. I thought, brilliant. So I looked in, Volume 2, Volume 3. There's different variants. It's all like different. They always do this. Like, for example, like this is cover variant B. Again, if I show you that there. So you could buy the same comic with the different variants, but this back is only with cover variant C, or B, sorry. Does that make any sense? So you could buy the same comic and it looks totally different, you know? But I got excited, but out of all the other ones I've got, none of them are variant B. But I thought, well, it's a really cool idea, that is. And it's a good marketing decision, right? Let me just put that down. Don't lose my page. Oh my gosh, he's fighting Sagat. Yeah, so I like that idea. You know, it's a clever idea. to get you hooked on them again. Do you know what I mean? Well done, Capcom. I think it's Capcom Comics, different section, isn't it? Yeah, so there we are. That's what I've been playing, reading, watching. I'm probably going to watch at least one movie again today. I really did enjoy that, and I sat down, no distractions, and I watched that. I wasn't playing a game while watching it. There was no temptation. It had me hooked. So I'm gonna, I don't know what I'm gonna watch, but yeah, I'm gonna try now. Probably at least finish that today. And then obviously I'm probably gonna play Samurai Showdown 2019. I got the itch to play that recently. And maybe one or two more games for my Round the World of 80 Brackets, Fighting Close Brackets games, maybe, series. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching. Just a quick update. Yeah, please Hadouken that subscribe button. As always, love you, bye.